South Korean scientists have carried out a third of their aerial observations to trace the origins of fine dust concentrations over the Korean peninsula. Won Jong-hwan takes a closer look at the work being done to try and reduce air pollution in this part of the world.
Over the past several weeks, most of South Korea has been hit by heavy concentrations of ultrafine particles, about 6 times higher than the maximum density recommended by the World Health Organization. And every time fine dust smothers the Korean peninsula, people tend to ask the core question: where has it all come from? The Ministry of Environment saw the necessity of observing the air to draw scientific conclusion about the origin of fine dust and the influence of air quality from the outside of the Korean peninsula. The National Institute of Environmental Research is using an airplane carrying 9 sets of fine dust analysis equipment to observe particles over the waters between Korea and China. While the state-run laboratory has previously used a smaller plane for limited observation of aerial pollutants, the newly mission was launched to establish a scientific basis for fine dust inflows from overseas through its first independently built medium-sized airplane that can measure fine dust particles in real time.
There's equipment with about 100 switches. By getting more people to operate the equipment directly on board, we can get more reliable scientific data than we used to.
The mission began on March 9th, and the team will be taking 20 flights during their observations, which will run until the end of the month. But what is especially meaningful is that the Institute plans to use the results in future negotiations with Beijing. When asked about how they can differentiate the origin of fine dust that comes from outside and inside of Korea, they say the flight along the West Sea shows them the difference.
We have divided the area into 3 sectors to track the inflow of fine dust. The purpose of the research is to calculate the influx through each sector. It means we can scientifically distinguish where the fine dust is coming from.
The purpose of area observations is not about pointing fingers at someone, it's about finding the origin of dust so that eventually joint work with China can help reduce the fine dust levels in the region. Won Jong-hwan, Arirang News, Taean.